Whoop. Oh my gosh. This thing stopped recording. Okay. So I have no idea where we left off at all, because I didn't realize that it shut off. Gosh darn it. I don't want to have to start all over. This is so annoying. I could do it on my tablet, but I don't know what happened on my tablet, that it would not, it kept saving and saving, and it was going for hours, and then all of a sudden it just, I woke up this morning, it was still not doing it, and it said something went wrong. So yeah, it didn't come out. So I had been talking to him, did that whole dang video, and nothing. It didn't save any of it. And now I don't know how I'm going to do this one, because I don't know when it stopped recording. For gosh darn its sake. This is so annoying. And I'm sure it was those stupid phone calls that were coming in, which of course were them scam things. They always gotta call you, oh, you won this, or you qualify for this or that, or it's some scam thing. This is Social Security, da 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 da. They're all scams. If I don't know your number, I'm not answering it. So call away, people, because I'm not picking up the phone. Dang it, anyway. So I guess I'm just gonna ramble on about other things, because I don't know what happened. I can tell I'm a little bit flippin' irritated. Adjust this more, I guess. Hang on. Let's see, let's slide this over a little more. I'm always going the wrong way. Okay. I don't know where to start. And you know what? I don't know how to put this video together for the other part that was recording. I don't know. I was doing these question tags. So I guess I'm just going to ramble on and think of something else to talk about. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of 48 hours. It's like, I always find that fascinating, that, you know, to figure out things, you know, see if they're going to get the bad guy or not. I'm also into history. And the other thing I'm into is, now they're doing this new Bigfoot show. And they have all this technology out there, things that they didn't have. And so I have been watching that. And I've always watched stuff on Bigfoot. Does anybody else like watching those legendary things like the Mothman, Loch Ness Monster, any of those? Yeah. I always find them fascinating, because it's like, people see it, so how do you know it's not real? It's not really out there. You don't know. They say so much of the world has not been even traveled upon or been, you know, looked at, and they're still finding animals out there that they thought they never even knew of, because they're going in all these places and parts of the world that nobody's ever gone. Nobody lives there either, so yeah, I don't know. I just find it strange. And aliens. Oh my gosh, really? Oh, this is turning out to be annoying flippin' video, because once you know it, I don't get phone calls at all. And then today, when I'm gonna do my thing, all of a sudden, no, I'm gonna call, and we're gonna call and call and call. This is driving me absolutely nuts. I'd have to stop this video and turn everything off and block it so it doesn't ring through and interrupt anything. That's why I hate doing it on my phone. This is ridiculous. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm a little upset because this is turned out to be a shit show. That's all I can say. Ugh. Big old shit show. So I guess that's going to explain what my day is going to be like today. It's going to be just a shit show day. Yay. Bring it on. I'm used to it, so let's just have another shit day. I better quit saying that word. Sorry. It's true. Oh. And what else could I ask you guys? Do you guys believe in Bigfoot? Do you guys believe in any of those mystical things out there? Anything like that? Anything ever weird or strange happen to you? Or alien abduction? Or seen a flying aircraft? Anything like that? How about ghosts? Are you psychic at all? Is anybody out there psychic? I believe there are people out there that are psychics and can sense things. I believe everybody has it. But I don't know. I'm doing a lot of looking into crystals and I don't know how you would say it. The moon phases, just because I've just never been able to pick a religion because everybody says their religion's right. So that's, great. I'm still searching to figure out what my path is, and I always wonder, does anybody else wonder why they're here? What your path is? Do you believe in spirit guides? Do you believe in guardian angels? Does anybody wonder what their purpose is ever? Or if they've ever been reincarnated and they're back here? Yeah, that's one thing I'm really interested in to go back in my ancestry and go way back as far as I can. I would love to be able to do that. And I would love to do one of those ancestry DNA things to find out where you're all from. My mom's sister did one, so I know my mom's side. And as far as I know, it's a lot of Norwegians, so it's the Viking blood, Norwegian. Believe there's German. And I don't know, there was a couple other ones. But I would really like to know what's all on my dad's side. That fascinates me. I would like to know. So that's one thing I would love to get done, is do that, so I know. I would also like to somebody do my chart. You know how they do with the numbers and your signs and the sun and moon and the risings of this and your houses, and I like to get an explanation about all that and what my chart shows for this year. Yeah. Does anybody else believe in holistic things instead of medical prescription things? Trying to do everything home remedies or other ideas? I kind of am going that way because I don't like taking pills. I really don't. If I had a choice, I would not take them. But until I find an alternative, that's what I will do. But I was watching a video today on crystals and what they're all for and stuff like that. The reason why I have these on is because I got rubber gloves on is because my eczema is so bad that it hurts and my skin is cracking. And it's so bad in the winter time that, yeah, it's very painful. So if I put lotion and medicine on it and put gloves on to keep it protected, and it helps. So that's the purpose of that. We also have, I don't know if I can get it, it's from the other video I was making, but I was talking about the snowstorm that's coming. It's snowing here in Minnesota right now. And we're supposed to get, I think, anywhere from 6 to 9 inches. And then we're supposed to get high winds, I think after later tonight, up to 45 mile an hour winds. And it's going to be blizzard conditions. Because all that light fluffy snow is just going to be blown around. So telling people, warning people ahead of time not to drive. And I believe they're already calling schools off around here. Sending kids home early before, you know, stuff hits. So, and it's going to get windy and cold, but that's Minnesota, and I don't mind a snowstorm because it just gives me time to snuggle up with a blanket, watch some movies, have some popcorn with it. Dang it, I keep trying to pick up a drill and get on there. Dang it, get on there. So yeah, that's fine with the snowstorm. My husband's waiting for me to make this hot dish for him, so that's what he wants tonight, is hot dish. Big Minnesota thing, hot dish. Is anybody else into hot dishes? You know, does anybody else from other places besides Minnesota do hot dishes? Or casseroles, they call them. Here we call them hot dishes. So a lot of people call them casseroles. So, yeah, we make a lot of them here in the wintertime in Minnesota besides soup. And like chilies and stews. And in the summer, it's more like hamburgers, hot dogs, things like that. Outdoor things. Barbecue things. So it's like, yeah, the seasons change and we don't do that stuff. So then it's back to the other. Does anybody else still make recipes that you grew up eating as you were a kid? And they were your favorites, so you make them? And then some of your kids like them, some don't. But, oh, I still remember meals my mom used to make. You know, and we were on a budget, so she made really good meals on a budget. So that's what I do, is I try to make meals that are good, but yet cheap, but they taste good and they're filling. So I learned that from her because my dad used to drink the money away, so we didn't have money. So my mom got a job just to buy us kids clothes for school and everything, and school supplies, and for groceries, for food on the table, because my dad would pay the bills and the rest of the check would go to drinking all weekend and he'd be broke. But he was 37 when he went to treatment. And he was sober for 10 years before he passed away. He made it to October 10th was his 10 years, so it was his golden one. So, yeah, he made it that far, and he was there, and we had a big party for him for his 10 year, and then Halloween was like the last time I saw him awake and up and talking, and my daughter was sharing her Halloween candy with him, because he loved Mr. Goodbars and the Junior Mint, so she always made sure to grab those trick-or-treating for Grandpa. She called him Papa. so Papa could share candy with her. So, and my son was only 4 months old. So, well, not even, yeah, he was about 4 months old when. And then on November 5th, well, it was shortly after that, a couple days later, they took my dad back to the hospital because he was throwing up really bad and very sick. And they kind of put him in a coma, and all of his, everything was shutting down. He had leukemia, this type of cancer, leukemia. So I talked to him, said, I wish I would have said more things to him when I was there, but I didn't know for sure it was the end. And then when I found out it was the end, I wish I would have said, you know, I didn't say what I really wanted to say. Probably because I didn't want to say goodbye. That's probably why I didn't. Then I was upset because when we had to turn the machines off because we knew he didn't want to live like that, and there was nothing they could do for him. The leukemia was throughout his whole body and in his lungs and the fluid around his heart. It was everywhere. But I really wish, well, my mom wasn't going to go up there, and they were just going to slowly shut the machines off, and he was going to be alone. I was mad. I was like, how can you guys just leave him up there to die all alone? That's ridiculous. It's like, what kind of people are you? I was very angry. I remember crying and being mad. Well, the next day, through the night, my mom had contacted the hospital and told them not to let him go yet, to wait till they got there. So my mom and my dad's brother, Ronnie, and my aunt and his sister, Judy, went up there. And nobody told me they were going up there, because if I would have known they were going up there, I would have went, because I would have wanted to been there with him when he passed away. So I was very salty about that, very angry about that for many years. Yeah. But I still feel like my dad's around me, so I took it really hard when he passed away. I was not happy. My daughter took it really hard too, because she and her grandpa were very close. They saw each other every day. Me and my dad and my daughter saw each other every day. And she was like 2.5 when he passed away. My son was only 4 months old. And yeah, my daughter adored her papa. My dad would babysit for me so I could play volleyball. Or just, you know, that's about the only time I asked him to babysit. And he'd come over and watch wrestling, and I'd have his snacks ready for him. He had to have cheesies and puffy cheesies and Pepsi. And I'd have them, and he'd watch wrestling with his granddaughter. And one time I came home, he goes, so you didn't come home early enough, and she pooped, and I don't know if I even put the diaper on right. And he goes, I couldn't stand anymore, so I tried to change it. I said, well, did it stay on? He's like, yeah. And I said, that's all that matters then. As long as it stayed on, we're good. So, yeah, it was funny. And then when I did change her, he did have it on backwards. How he did that, I don't know. And then I came home, and she was my dad was laying on the couch watching TV, and came over to my apartment, and then she's sleeping on top of his chest, and I look at her, and she is orange. She looked like a little pumpkin. That's because my dad gave her cheesies, and she was just sucking all that cheese off of there, and she was orange. And I was like, did you give her cheesies? No. And I'm like, well, why is she orange? Well, okay, yeah, because she really wanted them, and she liked them. I'm like, oh, Jesus. So you didn't give her any pop, did you? No. That I still don't know. He probably did. He just won't tell me. But yeah, my dad was babysitting. If I wasn't at his house, at my mom and dad's house, sitting outside like we're supposed to be, so when Grandpa got off work and came around the corner, he saw us sitting out there waiting because my daughter would go running to him. And she'd get so excited seeing his truck come around the corner. And my brother and my dad would get out of the truck because my brother worked at the same place my dad did, so they rode together. And I said, you can't go there until the truck stops and Grandpa gets out. Then you can run to Papa. So then she took off running to him, and she would just fly to him. And he had the biggest smile on his face every time. My brother said he was wondering all the time, I wonder if they're going to be there when I come around the corner. And yeah, we were there. And if we weren't, he was really disappointed. He'd call me up, well, aren't you coming over for supper? Aren't you coming? Aren't you coming over? I'm like, do I always have to come over? Well, I'll come pick you up. Yeah. And then I would make supper for my mom and dad at my house, so my mom wouldn't have to cook because she worked many hours and worked a lot of overtime. So I would always do things like that, invite them over for supper so they didn't have to cook. And they could come to my house. And I loved cooking for my family. I'd invite my brother over, and he'd come over and eat, and yeah. It was really good. So this little puppy is, right now it's hard to see because I got it on the light pad, but I like the colors. The colors are really nice and bright and pretty. I like it. It'll look better when I'm further away because up close, they don't look that great. But what else? What shows are you guys into watching? I like watching reality movies too. But let me know what you guys are into and what are you guys working on? What kind of paintings do you like doing? Do you like doing scenery? Do you like doing animals? Do you like doing a variety? What kind of things do you guys like doing? And what do you like, the round, the square? What size is your good size? I do like doing the 30 by 40s. I've been doing bigger ones, the 40 by 50s. And I do like the bigger sizes. Excuse me. But I wanted to take a break from the black and from the bigger ones because I've been doing some pretty big ones, 40 by 50s, and I just wanted to do something small that I could get done faster. And something really colorful and fun to do because you kind of get bored of doing the same thing. I don't know about the rest of you, but I like to just do something that's kind of fun. I love bright colors, but it's hard for me to find a painting that I like. Now, if there's a couple dog ones like this that I like, that are colors like this that I want to get. Because I know there's a pug out there and there's a Boston Terrier out there. I have not found a Pomeranian one. But I do want to get some customs made. I want to get a custom made of my dog Nico that I have now, and my Boston Terrier Sadie that passed away years ago, about 5 years ago, and my pug Memphis passed away about 6 years ago. They were like a year apart when they passed away. But yeah, I'd love to get those customs done. And then I have a picture of my dad of his big buck that he caught or shot with bow and arrow, and his truck. I mean, he loved his truck. He loved his boat. He was really, really a country boy. I guess they were out in North Dakota. Then they moved to South Dakota. They lived in Deadwood, South Dakota. Is from what I was told. I don't know where they lived in North Dakota before they moved to South Dakota. And then they moved to Minnesota. So, yeah, we went on a trip out there. My dad took us out there to go see sights out there. And we got to go see Mount Rushmore, which I'm ordering a diamond painting of Mount Rushmore, which I'm excited to do because it's a lot of memories being out there and going sightseeing out in South Dakota. And seeing the buffalo out there and donkeys. I don't know why there was donkeys, but there was donkeys on the road. We were feeding them licorice. They would not get out of the road. And we went to this place out, I don't know where it was, but I think it was in South Dakota, yeah, where it was like the Flintstones. And then we went to the place where they had like all these big dinosaurs outside. You could walk up in and stand under and get your picture taken with them. We went and saw the Badlands. Went and saw that. We went to a place where they did a reenactment where some people were having a gun shootout and stuff. And then we went into this bar. And my dad said, we'll have a sarsaparilla. And I had no idea what a sarsaparilla was. I'm like, he's ordering me alcohol? Oh, you could drink young when you're out here, all right. But no, it's pop. I didn't know that. But I got my picture taken with, they had the guy lean up against the post sitting down, and I had the, like a carrier thing where it holds the bullets, slipped over me, and I had the cowboy hat on, and I was holding the gun pointed at the guy. Got my picture taken with him. It was pretty cool. And they had the old wagon, you know, and stuff. It was neat to see that. And my dad always dressed country. Very, very country. Always. When he was home, though, as he got older, but if he got dressed up to go out, it was, you dress up with a nice western shirt, and you have your jeans, your belt with a nice belt buckle, and your cowboy boots on. But when he was drinking, he always wore this brown cowboy hat. And my mom hated it because she knew when that brown cowboy hat came on, you knew he was out for a good night of drinking and he was going to get drunk. And it never failed. And I don't even know whatever happened to that hat. But yeah, I still have pictures. My mom has pictures of him with his hat. But when he quit drinking, the hat quit. So that wasn't no more. My mom, she talks always about growing up out on the farm that she was on, and how they always played outside and would make little things and forts outside and did all this, you know, stuff that kids did back then when we didn't have toys. I mean, we still did that. We played in the sandbox and used baseball bats, would put a rope around it and put the bat between your legs and pretend like it was a horse and ride it, you know. Yeah, we did a lot of things like that, you know. Us kids, when I was a kid, we played outside till it was dark and our parents were yelling for us to come in, and we bawled because we didn't want to go in. Nowadays, you can't get kids to go outside. They think they're going to die if they're outside with fresh air. Ugh. I think electronics was the biggest mistake for kids. Even us adults. Because we're not using our brains anymore. We're really not. We're relying on technology all the way. And now they're not even teaching like cooking classes in school or sewing, how to do laundry, things, basic things you should know. They're not even teaching that anymore. Everything's computer this, computer that. I was very good at computers though. Back then we had the old computers, nothing like we do now, but yeah, we had where you made up a program and you charted it all out and then you type it into the computer and then you can make like a picture or you can make things move. I won every time there was a contest. They'd have people vote on who had the best one, and I won every time. I put a lot into it, and I loved doing it. I loved making that. I had people asking me to help them, because they couldn't figure it out. And I got A+s all through computers. I loved it. I really did. And then when this new stuff came out, my brother introduced me all to this new computer stuff, him and his wife, and I had no clue. So my brother had to teach me and my sister how to do everything. And every time you turn around, it's something different. Everything changes. It's like, oh, I can't keep up. I really can't. And it's like, I gotta watch videos, or I just gotta play around on my laptop, and I don't know if I even have the patience for it anymore, because my brain does not function well at all with no sleep, and with fibromyalgia. All you could think about is the pain and what hurts and where it hurts. And when am I going to sleep? Am I going to sleep good tonight? How much worse is this pain going to get? It's just like never, ever, ever ending. And then when I do go to bed, it's like your mind races and it's going all this stuff, and then all these thoughts go through your head, and it's like, then I just like, I can't sleep. I got to write it down. So then I'm writing stuff down, and then I'm like, oh, did I forget that? I better check. Oh, and that, it's just, ooh, it's irritating. And I used to be such a perfectionist with my cleaning my house. Had to be. I could not go to bed without everything just perfect. I could not have a dirty dish in my sink. No way, Jose, was I going to have that. And every morning, the kids' beds would be made, and certain days was cleaning days, and I would shampoo my carpets a lot. It wasn't like once in a while. I was like, once, twice a month. Yeah. I hated doing laundry, though. That's one thing I hate. I don't mind anything else. And I love that. My house that I had, that I lived in a trailer. And I loved decorating it, painting it the way I want it, and putting stencils on the wall. And I made like a flower garden down my hallway, and so it wasn't so dark and dreary. And I loved it. I loved decorating. My bathroom was just awesome. That was my favorite room that I did. Because we had a big garden tub, and I put one of those canopies above it. Made a canopy above it. And I painted it, and did this new painting where you use a feather duster. So I had like a cream color bathroom wall with white, like an off-white paint. And you take the feathers and you'd kind of splash it on the wall. And it gives it really neat effect. And then I put up a border to match. And I still am. I love cherubs. I love the cherub angels. I love them, and black bears were the ones. I got my first wedding gift was a dreamsicle. That was the name of them. They were cherubs from Hallmark. And I started my collection there. So then my husband, every birthday, or Valentine's Day, and Christmas, I would get one. So, and then I ended up losing like everything. I mean, everything really went downhill for me. I really had, from 2006 till now, I have not had good years. It's been awful. I don't even want to talk about what I all went through, because it's sad and it's very painful for me to talk about. But yeah, I lost a lot of things. I lost baby books. I lost pictures, wedding pictures. I lost everything that I owned was in that storage unit, and I lost it all. And it still bothers me. I'm still sad to this day that I don't have those things. And I kept letters from old boyfriends from way back, and pictures of me going to proms, and with my friends, and my kids growing up, lots of pictures of them, baby pictures. I don't have any of that anymore, and it's just flippin' sick and sad. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been through all that, but yeah, and I've had a rough time with other things too. I mean, my husband's health. He's almost died twice on me. And this last accident, you know, could have been really bad, but it was bad enough. I mean, he got injured. So he's just... It's been really hard. I don't... You know, and all that stress doesn't help my fibromyalgia or my depression, you know. And I just, like, give up because it's like I lost everything. What the heck is there left for me anyway? I don't have crap. I can't do anything, so what the, you know, just throw in the towel. It's like enough's enough, I'm done. That's just the way I feel. Just don't give a crap anymore about anything. I don't care about me, I don't care about anybody. I just want to sleep all the time and not have to deal with life. Because it's just been shit. And it never gets better. Ever. So, yeah, that's why my depression's so bad too. Because just giving up. Just trying to plunge through life till it's my time to go, I guess. I don't know, maybe that's just what I'm waiting for. But I don't know, I made it through many, many tough things in my life, and I came out on the other side, and things got better. So, I'm thinking, okay, hopefully, this is right, that Pisces is your year to shine, and things good are going to happen. So, I hope the universe does have something good for me, because I can't really take any more bad. I've had enough bad. Things have to change and switch. It's just too hard to keep going like this. So, I'm putting all my trust into the universe and hoping and listening and watching for signs. That's about all I can do, and that's what I'm really putting my faith into, is the universe, and giving it to them. And okay, show me what you got for me this year, because it better be good. And I hope it is. I really do. I really want to just be happy again. I want to be able to think clearly and do things, and just, you know, everybody wishes for other things. I just want to be happy. I just want to have things go right in my life and be back to where I was. Be back and be happy. Be outgoing, hang out with my friends, do things again. That's all I want. I don't care about anything else, but that's one thing I want. I want my health to get better so I can do things and be there for people, because I can't help people if I can't help myself. And if I can't help myself, I ain't shit for anybody else, you know? It's the way I look at it. So, well, I think I've talked enough, and I don't want to bring people down and stuff, but that's just how I'm feeling right now. I hope things get better, because life is just too damn hard right now. Too hard. And it's sad. So, I'm just gonna let it be in. Hang on and, I don't know, see what happens. Alright, everybody. Hope you liked the video. Hope I didn't bring anybody down. Please drop some of those, your answers that I asked you questions, so please answer them and put them down in the comments so I can hear what you guys are all doing and what you like on diamond painting, what kind are you doing, or what style you like, what's going on in your life, what are you thinking about? Do you think about your path, what you're here for? Do you believe in any of all these other things I talked about? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your feedback and love to know what everybody else is going through and what they're dealing with. You know, it helps me out. Is anybody else dealing with the same illness I have with fibromyalgia and depression and anxiety? I'm sure there's a lot of people out there. I know I'm not alone. I used to think I was alone way back when I first was diagnosed. Years ago when I was 29 and I'm 50 now. So, with that, I just want to say thank you for watching. Be safe in Minnesota for this snowstorm coming. Be warm. Don't go out in that stuff tomorrow. Stay at home. Stay off the roads. It's not going to be a good day. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. And if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Please, let me know. Leave some comments. Give me some thumbs. Help me out a little bit. Alright, guys. Love ya. See ya.